Hi guys, welcome back to Style with Substance. Today I'm filming the third video in my financial wellness series, and I have a special guest with me. This is James Luaga. James is an entrepreneur, businessman, all-time joker generally, but he's going to be here today to talk about what it takes to set up your own business. He's going to share his thoughts on being an entrepreneur, and he's just going to tell us all about his journey. So welcome, James.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Hello, Style with Substance followers.
So we're going to play a game of 20 questions. So it's going to be quick fire.
Okay.
And I'm going to put James on the spot and just ask him lots of questions and get all his knowledge for any of you guys out there if you want to start a business. So if you like the sound of that, please keep watching. Okay. Right, so question number one, James. What is your definition of an entrepreneur?
Well, there's many, but my definition would be as someone who takes an individual journey to creating something that can yield either financial or social success. So,
Okay.
because sometimes you can find entrepreneurs who have created businesses or not making profit or not making any money.
This is true.
Yep.
And would you say that there's an element of risk as well, that an entrepreneur by nature is a risk taker?
Yeah, depending on your situation. I mean, you get entrepreneurs who have come from, let's just say, the professional field, who've gone into entrepreneurship, or you get entrepreneurs who are not necessarily bored, but they've got an element of they want to try something new. Yeah. Okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, those, as you said, both types of entrepreneurs, or the different types of entrepreneurs, they both, they have got elements of taking risks, because there's a lot of risks involved with starting your own business.
I can imagine. All right, so question two. Would you say that there's a certain personality type or certain traits that you must have to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I would say people generally who are entrepreneurs, courageous. You've got to be courageous. I feel like there's a lot of things you're going to learn on the journey in terms of how you cope with certain pressures. So mental strength is a big thing. I mean, people don't know their mental strength because you can't actually measure mental strength.
Yeah,
you can't stand and get to the doctor. Hey doc, measure my mental strength. I want to be an entrepreneur. No, you don't do that. But at the same time, you got to be fearless.
Yeah.
All right. There's an element of timing to it. So you've got to be someone who's forward thinking as well. Yeah. Okay. But the key thing for me is being confident. Okay. In not just in yourself. Before you even start your entrepreneurial journey, before you even start your business or your whatever you want to do, or your company or your product or blah blah blah, the most important thing is being confident in you.
Question number three, what is your business? Tell us about your business.
Okay, so basically my business at the moment, I've got a lifestyle company. It's called One True Maverick. One True Maverick started out, initially it was called Cleveland based. So my entrepreneurial journey started in 2012. From then we've been growing, it was initially a vodka company. Now I've got some very great people involved in the brand, in the company, and I've expanded the brand. So we've not necessarily moved away from vodka, we've got a vodka coming out called Maverick Vodka, but we're adding new products to the portfolio into the company. So we're becoming a lifestyle brand. Essentially, it's one brand, 1,000 ideas. So for example, we may have, we've got vodka coming out, but now we're in talks, discussions to have a few other products that I'm not necessarily going to disclose now because they're not finalized. I think you should follow us.
That's fine, yes.
And then you'll be able to keep up to date with what we're releasing next. But initially it's going to be a vodka. Okay. Yeah. Excellent.
And tell me a bit about your motivation to start your business. So what made you go out there on a limb and say, you know what, I want to work for myself. I want to be my own boss.
Yeah, I want to fulfill more. I mean, I wanted there's self-fulfillment levels for everyone, okay? And people, it depends on where you are in your life. You can reach the peak or you can reach the middle, or you haven't even started. Or you don't know what self-fulfillment is. For me, I felt like when I finished studying and I was working, I needed to take a different journey. But first of all, I didn't know what. It's not a problem. You don't know what you want to do. I mean, you go around having all these ideas and you don't know what you want to do. But then eventually, there comes little trigger points that lead you to be like, this is the journey I'm going to take. So my one started after I said too many people went out one time for it was like a vodka tasting.
Yeah.
Like some group thing, and I never know what vodka tasting was. I didn't even know what vodka tasting was. All I know is I went at university, smelling off from Grey Goose and stuff.
Yes, if you were a rich boy,
yeah,
I used to
you're right.
drink Tesco Valley. Bro.
Tesco Valley. Tesco Valley's not that. Okay, it's not. I'm not going to promote Tesco Valley, but
Yeah. Anyway, other brands are available.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, so I went to that, and from there it was like a trigger point to be like, oh, this is really interesting. Now I won't lie. Initially, I went into it very blind, but before I did anything, I did my research, and after doing my research, I felt this is something I can get into. But actually, going further on from that question is that whenever you start a business, you tend to grow.
Yeah, as a person,
and then your ideas grow. And then, you see new problems arise, and you always think as an entrepreneur that you have the solution for it. And you want to check it into someone else's business. Yeah, exactly. So, it's interesting. There'll be trigger points for you. It's different for everyone. I can't tell someone to not wake up and be like, oh, yeah, you know what, today? I'm going to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got bills to pay, be very careful.
Yeah.
And other commitments,
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say don't do it, but, you have to feel it in you, or the idea you have has to have. You feel it. It's hard to explain. That's one thing it's hard to explain. If entrepreneurship is interesting, if you have ideas to start your own business, that's fantastic. But one day you're gonna feel it, and the idea will come to you, and you're gonna be like, all right, I'm running with this.
I guess for anyone who is wanting to start their own business, what were the first 3 major steps you took to get it going? So how can we break it down into 3 simple steps to start a business?
Okay, initially the first thing you have to do for any business is research.
Okay.
That's the most important thing. I mean, it's interesting, you don't want to knock people, because entrepreneurs don't like to be knocked, and a lot of people don't like to be knocked in life, but the most important thing is research. You have to research what you're doing. Because you have an idea, or you might see something and you think you know it all, but then you don't.
Yeah.
And the industry you're going into, you don't want to go into an industry where, for example, vodka is extremely saturated, so you don't want to go in blind. You need to go know everything down to a T. After you've done your research, it's now planning to plan. So it seems like it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
But planning to
Break
plan.
it down for us.
So what you have supposed to do, the most important thing for I did now is action plan.
Okay.
So you need an action plan.
Right.
Some people don't put timelines. I don't necessarily, initially I don't put timelines to what I'm doing, because you're always going to learn anyway. So in the process of doing the research, action plan.
Yeah.
Because then you need to start putting steps together with what you need to do next. All right, so after I've done this research, it's like a research action plan. So do I need to go, for example, let me use vodka as an example. Do I need to go to France to see how they make vodka? Must I go to Poland to see how they make vodka? Or must I visit every single distillery in the UK to see how they make vodka?
Yeah.
After you've done your action plan, then you begin to start to see, going out to the market, for example, and seeing how your business can be different.
Okay.
So see what's out there.
Yeah.
Create a plan of action.
Yeah.
Okay. And then go and see how your business can be different to other people.
Okay.
Or different to any products that are absolutely out there at the moment.
Okay.
Those are initial steps that you should be taking.
The next question is funding. Now, not all of us were born with millions just sitting in the bank waiting for us to start off our businesses.
We're all still broke.
That's why a lot of people become entrepreneurs, because they want to make, they want to build their riches, they want to build their income. So talk to us about funding. What do you think is the most important thing to bear in mind when you're going about getting funding?
When you're going about getting funding, it's about, most importantly, is that are you creating a business, depending on the business you're creating. So if you're creating a business that's going to make a profit, you need to start looking at the best way to fund your business. Now, the best way to fund your business depends on what kind of business you're creating. Okay, so for example, if you need 100,000 to create an app, and the app isn't initially going to have any turnover, then there must be value to your app. So it wouldn't be a great thing if you want to, for example, there's funding like banks or banking institutions. Then you've got private funding. You start looking at crowdfunding, start looking at giving away equity for private investors. You see, there's different routes you can take depending on your business, and depending on what you need. Other people have a fantastic idea. They've already got a team. They just need money. And if you've got a business, you've got a good idea, you've got a good team, and it's going to have some sort of turnover within 6 to 12 months. Then you can start looking at possibly banking institutions to give you a loan. But if you're looking for something that's got a bit more longevity towards actually creating some sort of turnover, then probably it's best for you to start looking into private investors. Crowdfunding is really good. There's less pressures to it. You know, you don't always have to, you don't go out there looking to make money just to pay off your loan because you've got a loan repayment at the end of the month. You've got less pressures, but it's also very important to find the right investors, because the right investors also can bring the right skills, the right acumen to the table. A lot of entrepreneurs do need that. A lot of entrepreneurs need more than money. I mean, it's up to you to look at your journey, and that's why I'd say it's essential to look at the research. It goes back to research, understanding the market as well, and understanding your products, because then it puts you in a better position to know what kind of funding you need. There's a lot of funding out there. Crowdfunding is really big now.
It is.
So you just throw your idea out there, and people from the general public can say, all right, I'm going to put £10 in.
Yeah.
For example, equity's capped though. So you might say, I'm going to cap equity for maybe 1 million investors to 20%.
Okay.
So between 1 million investors, all million of you have to share 20%. Yeah, it depends. A lot of people go down the equity route because it's deemed as the financially safer option, but you know, against you. But there's more you have to adhere to. I tell you that.
Okay.
Than bank loans.
Okay, I suppose you just pay your loan at the end of every month and the bank's happy.
Absolutely.
On that topic, what are your thoughts on shows like Dragon's Den and The Apprentice, where people essentially go onto national television, present their business idea, and they get feedback from either someone like Lord Sugar or the Dragons?
The Dragons, okay.
Would you do that? Is that something you would do? What are your thoughts on it?
No, is it... it's an interesting one. I mean, when I've seen people on them, I think Apprentices and Dragon's Den is brilliant, because if the general public are watching this, it's very inspirational. I mean, you can see lots of people going and starting right there, and you think, hey, hold on, I have an idea. What's stopping me? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's always good to see that. But for many people, it depends on what you want from your business. Now, for me personally, I didn't feel like I needed to go to Dragon's Den or The Apprentice, because I generally felt like there's probably other investors out there who probably be more interested in my business than Lord Sugar. I mean, Lord Sugar's got fantastic business acumen. He's a very wealthy man, so you know, it's great for your exposure to go onto them, you know, national TV programs if you're interested. But it's not the only route. You know, I like them because they also, as an entrepreneur, what you do find that if you do start an entrepreneurial journey, you end up watching them because you like to see feedback that's given to the entrepreneurs there. So you actually relate it to your own business and your own journey. You know, so in hindsight, it's like your continuous journey. You're thinking, oh yeah, perhaps I should be doing this as well. So it's like you're in the show already.
You feel.
But
like
for you, it's real life. For you, it's real life. You're doing it every day. For a lot of people, this is just for a TV program that's run over a period of time. But for you, this is every single day.
This is what you're
So
living.
I like them. I like them because they're very inspirational. And they create like what I like to, a base for people to start upon something. You know.
Okay. So question number 8, we're on. What was one of your biggest challenges getting your business off the ground?
Um,
And this could be any kind of challenge. This could be financial, this could be emotional, mental, spiritual, whatever.
It's access to resources, and I think that's probably the hardest thing. Finding access to resources is hard. But you need to find where to create something and how to create something. It becomes difficult. I mean, it looks pretty simple to say that. All right, let me give you an example. Let me pick this out. Actually, let me pick this out. Sorry to ruin her nice decorations.
Background.
Okay, let's imagine we're going to make this Yankee Candle, okay? Hello, Yankee Candle, I'm promoting you. So, Yankee Candle, we're going to make this, alright? So there's no branding here. You've just seen this, but you know what, I'll create my own candle. Where would you go to get the wax? That's the most important thing. So where would you go, where would you source the wax at the best rate for you and at the wax that you want, okay? Then you go, alright, you need this glass container. So you start to know how to source a glass container. Again, that works for your candle, that works for the type of design you're looking for. And these are probably the hardest challenges you have, because to probably source this glass container, you have to bulk buy it. So initially, you've got a financial challenge right ahead of you, because now you have to buy in a lot of these, and you probably only need one for a sample. So that's what you have to begin to haggle. And you know, telling me some university projects. That's what I do. So yeah, those are the initial challenges: is access to resources.
Question number 9. What is the biggest high that you've experienced along the journey? So what has been a moment where you felt like absolutely full of joy and excitement and just like, this is why I did it.
The first time the product was stocked in a restaurant, I think that was at a bar. That was actually really good. And I remember I forgot who it was. Someone had I forgot who it was. Someone took a picture of my products in a restaurant.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, you know?
That is amazing.
This is pretty cool. It felt really good.
Question number 10. Talking about lifestyle. You mentioned lifestyle. So how did your how did your lifestyle change when you decided to make the move into entrepreneurship?
First of all, you end up saying a lot of, no, I don't have any money.
It's true, this is real
Trust
life.
me, you don't see your girlfriend because you always say, nah, I don't have any money, or you hardly spend money with your friends because your lifestyle changes, you cut down a lot. When you begin to cut down on costs because your money has to go towards business, you begin to cut down a lot of things. I mean, you ration a lot more. But also you learn, your lifestyle changes because you begin to value things a bit more. You value your time a bit more. You value your money also a bit more. Because now there's less of it, and when you do have it, you have to use it very carefully.
Absolutely.
So your lifestyle then changes. You become you have to understand, entrepreneurial journey is interesting about lifestyle because you become your best friend.
Yeah.
You have to understand that you're going to be your best friend. You're going to the person you have to go to and ask the questions. That's why I look in the mirror and say, James, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. You become your best friend. So, I mean, your lifestyle, you become more of your own man or woman.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to be explaining a bit about the concept and hopefully giving you guys some really good tips and insight to get your income growing. So if you like the sound of that, then please keep watching. So the first question you might ask is, why multiple streams of income? Why do you need lots of different sources of income? Well, first of all, every little helps. Even 300 or 400 extra pounds a month can always make a difference. Unless, say for example, you lost your job. And for most people, their job or their day job or their 9 to 5, whatever it is their main source of income. What would happen if you lost that job? Would you be able to sustain yourself? Would you be able to still meet all your commitments, pay all your bills,